You have to switch up your area. It's simple, right? If you're in the same area, you're going to get the same people. Until you switch your environment, until you switch out of that area, you're going to keep getting the same results. And you hear this all the time. All men are the same. That is because you're in the same area of men. If you keep going to clubs and getting dudes from this same club and they all end in the same fashion, or you keep finding the same dudes from these clubs, you know why? It is because that culture in that club fosters the same type of personalities, the same type of traits in the men in that club. So how about you get out of that club and go somewhere else? What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, Sealz, the man, and I'm happy to be back. On today's episode, on today's video, we're going to talk about the reasons why it may be hard or seem hard to find us good men out here. As I scroll through social media, even sometimes as I scroll through YouTube, I see a lot of comments and questions of women saying like, where are these guys? Why can't I find them? And there are reasons to that. And I'm going to explain those reasons in this video. But before I start, as I always say, please subscribe if you like my content. If you rock with your guy, Sealz the Man, hit that red box below that says subscribe, and you'll be privy to all my videos and upcoming videos and new videos. And if you have Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Sealz the Man. I am Sealz the Man on all platforms. Thank you for your support. And let's get straight to it. The number one reason, the number one thing I'm going to bring up as to why you are unable to find good men, or you just don't see them a lot or in plenty, because being a good man is not encouraged, it's mocked, and it's made fun of amongst other men. So to the ladies out there, it's not even about you. It's not even an attack on you. It's attack on our own men who attack other good men because they think it's corny. They say, oh, you're soft. Oh, you look whipped out here. And this is not happening amongst all men, but this does happen. These kind of things will make men who are good men, who are trying to be good men, try to act tough or try to act out of character or someone they're not. All because their other guys, the guys they're around, are making fun of them about being a good guy. What kind of backwards world are we living in where being good is made fun of and being bad is praised? It is what it is, but that is the reality. But one thing I noticed about these guys who make fun of other good guys and for doing good things is that they lack the knowledge of how to be good. So they'll try to diminish that guy's way of being good. They'll try to make fun of him to make him feel bad because they can't get to that point. They're jealous and they want that guy to be just like them. No good, doing bad things. There's a lot of guys out here that don't want to see other guys do good and do better than them. And this is something that they'll do, make fun of you because you're a good guy. So this will discourage a lot of good men to show their good ways. And it sucks because I've counseled in youth counseling and in camps. And one summer or winter, I'll see kids, these young men doing well, doing good, acting good. And then the next year, the next summer or the next winter, they're acting totally different. I'm like, yo, what's going on? You seem different. And a lot of the kids who were honest with me in these summer camps, they would tell me, oh, they got made fun of for being good or doing good things in school or outside. So this is just more evidence on all ages of guys who just make fun of other guys because they're doing good. So let's start there. So the next point as to why it's so hard to find good guys is, to be honest with you, a lot of women don't even trust the good appeal of a lot of good men. Now, I've seen this myself. I remember one time, I think I was in New York City, and I was going into a shop, a bakery or something, and I saw a woman behind me, right? The gentleman I am, the one my grandmother raised to be a good man, to hold the door for any woman that's around you who's coming in the same place as you, I did that for her. And she looked at me like I had three heads. And she said, no, you can go. So I'm like, it's okay. I'm just holding the door for you. She's like, oh, a lot of men who do that, they just looking for something. They trying to start a conversation with me, or they want something from me. And I'm like, I'm just holding the door open for you. It's nothing more than that. So this explains and exposes the damage and the experiences that a lot of women go through with men. No good men. But the good guys, the good men out here are suffering because of that. Just a simple gesture of holding the door for a woman can show her distrust in strangers and especially in men. When your intentions are good, your intentions aren't bad. You don't want nothing from this woman, but because of the things she went through, she doesn't believe you are a good man because the majority of the experiences she's had has been with bad men. And now you got to suffer for it. This also discourages good men to be good men. Because it's like, what's the point in being a good man if I'm not being appreciated for it? And this is why I encourage all men, all people in general, to be good and let it be your character. Don't dictate your goodness on other people's opinions of you or on other people's perspectives of your actions, because people are going to think what they want to think about you at the end of the day. Hopefully your good actions can persuade them otherwise, but that's not your job. Your job, well, I don't want to say your job. You should always be you. So if you're a good person, be good no matter what. But this is not the case with a lot of men. A lot of men get discouraged because they are not appreciated for their good actions or just being good in general. The third reason I want to bring up that a lot of women are having a difficult time of finding good men is because, let's say, let me put it like this. You get what you look for. Now, what do I mean by that? If you want a good man, you should look for good men. If you want a good man, you should look for men who possess good traits, who do good actions, who live good lifestyles. Good should be in the forefront of these men, right? But if you lack the awareness of what a good man is, or you lack the experience of what dealing with good men feels like, you're not going to know what a good man is. So how can you look for something you don't know? And this is why it is so important for you to do your research in everything you look for in life, not just men. If you want a good job, you need to look for what a good job entails. It entails 401k. It entails benefits. It entails a good and proper management. It entails a great team to work with. A good job entails a company who has a solid foundation and history. Is not in extreme debt, so you don't have to worry about the security of your position at your job. If you're looking for a good car, you need to look for a car that has a great history with customer service, a car that is safe, especially if you have a family, a car company that has a lot of awards for all types of things, a highly touted company. You have to do your research on what you're looking for in life. Otherwise, you're not going to know what you're really looking for. A lot of people claim they know what they're looking for. A lot of people will tell you what they're looking for, but a lot of people don't know what they're looking for because they don't know what it is. You won't truly know something until you do your research on it, right? So if you want a good man, what is a good man to you? I want to ask you this. I don't need the answers. Ask yourself, what is a good man to you? What does a good man do for you? What can you do for a good man? What makes a good man a good man? Until you know those answers, then you will not know what to look for in a good man. And everyone has their own definition of what a good man is to them, because you can only know what's good for you. So if you don't know what a good man is, it is hard to find a good man. The next point, the fourth point, which is huge, which will solve a lot of your reasons as to why you can't find good men, is that you are not placing yourself in areas of good men. You're not placing yourself in areas of good people in general. If you don't surround yourself with what you're looking for in life, it is going to be so much harder to find that thing. I mean, just think about it. Think about it. If you look back on the majority of all of your exes, are they similar? Are they alike? Did all of those relationships end in the same way? Think about it. Did they end in similar ways? Did the problems in those relationships seem the same? Did you find those men in the same area or similar areas? If this is the case, then there's one answer. What is it? Tell me, what is it? It means you have to switch up your area. It's simple, right? If you're in the same area, you're going to get the same people. Until you switch your environment, until you switch out of that area, you're going to keep getting the same results. And you hear this all the time. All men are the same. That is because you're in the same area of men. Don't put all men in the same box. It is not our fault that you're in the same box. If you expect different results, if you want different results, you need to go to different areas. If you keep going to clubs and getting dudes from this same club and they all end in the same fashion, or you keep finding the same dudes from these clubs, you know why? It is because that culture in that club fosters the same type of personalities, the same type of traits in the men in that club. So how about you get out of that club and go somewhere else? And doing research on what you think is a good man will lead you to a place where you would think good men will be for you. So maybe find a good man, it won't be in that club. Maybe it'll be in a library or a church somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? But if you keep going to the same places trying to find a different man, that is insanity, right? So switch up your environment, all right? So going to the next point as to why it is difficult for you to find good men is, let me put it like this. If you like living in hell, the flames will blind you from seeing heaven. Let me say that again. If you like living in hell, the flames will blind you from seeing heaven. What do I mean by that? Another Sealzism, I know. If you are living in hell, what does that mean? If you are living in a destructive lifestyle, if you are doing things that are damaging you, doing things that are against you, doing things that are not for you, if you live in a certain lifestyle that is hurting you and those around you, if you're living a way that is not helping you grow or prosper, you are living in a hell. If you want to accept it or not, the truth is the truth. But as long as you continue to live in that type of lifestyle, you will not be able to get to a place or even have a vision of the place where you should be. And that is your heaven. The distractions of your hell, the distractions of your destructive lifestyle will keep you from going to a place of growth, of happiness, of prosperity. Man cannot serve two masters. You cannot live two lifestyles and expect to have a good life. You cannot live in hell and heaven. If you want heaven, you got to get out of hell. A lot of us are in hell and reaching for heaven. A lot of us are living foul, but reaching for the riches of life. You cannot do that. Make up your mind, make a choice, and work towards it. Are you doing that? Be honest. Are you doing that? And if you are, think about it. Do you feel a resistance when you're trying to do good things in life? Like something's holding you back, like something's pulling you back? It's because something is pulling you back. Until you make a commitment to the better life, until you make a commitment to living better, until you make a commitment to doing better, 100% full jump in the 8-foot pool type of commitment, you're going to feel resistance from your old lifestyle. So going back to the point of this topic, if you're living wild, if you're living reckless, if you're living undisciplined, but you want a good man, you're not even going to see a good man. You're not even going to have a vision of a good man because you're living in the opposite type of lifestyle that's going to foster a good man. When you live in a certain world, that world is going to cater to you. So every contribution that you put into that world is going to give it back twofold. It's going to contribute back to you. So if you're living foul, the world is going to give you back foulness. That type of living is going to take you away from anything good, including good men. So if you find yourself asking yourself, where are the good men? Take a look at your world. Are you living right? Because everything you can contribute to in your life, to your world, is coming back to you. But you have to be careful, because if it is not good, you're not going to find a good man. You're going to continue to find bad men because you're living bad. You're living foul. So make an evaluation on how you're living, because that will keep you from finding any good men and good people in general. And a lot of times when people like this find good people or find good men, they push them away because they're not ready for that. All right. So that's another side to that. Another reason why it is hard and difficult for you to find good men is because you're listening to too many other people's opinions about something that is catered and tailored and suited just for you. If you listen to 10 different people about what a good man is to them, you will get 10 different answers. That is because each person has their own definition of what a good man can do for them. But like I said in the other point, you need to figure out what a good man is to you. What will be the perfect man for you? Who will be the perfect companion? What will they do for you in your relationship? What will you do for them? Only you can know that. But if you're listening to so many people, all of their opinions is going to come into your head. And instead of having your own opinion, you're going to accumulate all of everyone else's opinions and then make your own assumption on what a good man is for you. That is not good. You need to quiet the noise, eject everything and listen to your inner thoughts, your inner mind, your inner spirit. What would be the best for you? It's so simple. Now, there's nothing wrong with listening to other people's opinions, like mine, of course. But what I'm going to do is tell you what a good man is, what he does, how he thinks. But I can never tell you who's the best good man for you. I can't do that because I'm not you. Only you know that. I can only tell you what good is, but you'll know who good is for you. But if you listen to your mama, if you listen to your sister, you listen to your brother, you listen to your co-worker on who should be good for you or who you should get with. And if you take all of that in and make it law, it's going to become law. But until you make your own word law for yourself, you will be listening to everyone else. And that's why a lot of relationships fail, because they're listening to everyone else's opinions of what a good man is. So instead of dating a man who is good for them, they're dating their coworker's dream guy. They're dating their sister's dream guy. They're dating their mother's dream guy. But you're not considering your thoughts and your opinion on what you need for your life and your world. So it may be hard for you to find a good man because you're letting everyone else's worlds get into your world. Make your own decisions. And now you're basing your decisions on everyone else's opinion. It's too much. Quiet the noise. Talk to yourself. Who and what is good for you? And go from there. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to find good men for you because you got 1,000 different good men in your head. All right. So hopefully this video helps. This is your guy, Sealz the Man, trying to just trying to help, man. I go off of what I see in the world and social media world and my comments even. And I pick the ones that make the greatest impact if I talk about it. So I thank you for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Peace and blessings. Have a good day.